I'm Daniel, the Past Life Regressionist, and it's time to begin.
Lift off and the clock has started.
This is Timeless Spirituality. Enjoy each of your time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Timeless Spirituality. If you like the show, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to spread the love a little bit and pass it around and share it, I would greatly appreciate it. And that leads us into part 2 of the Galayla Collective. So if you haven't listened to part 1 yet, I highly recommend going and checking that out because you'll be a little lost if you're just tuning in right now. So yeah, just go ahead and listen to episode number 1. I'm sorry, part 1. And before we jump into the show, I want to share a song with you guys that was sent to me by my client. Her name is Eryn Michel, and she sent it to me 2 days before her session last week. And it's a song that, as she put it, was kind of geared towards her higher self and just the feelings that were coming up before the session. And when I listened to it for the first time, I was absolutely blown away by the song. Yeah, sorry if I got a little intense there. So what it did for me was how do I even put it? It helped me see things clearly. I had my first regression. It's been over 7 years since my very first personal regression. And I forgot about the magic. Oftentimes from my clients, I hear them say before a session that they're nervous just because it's something new. And I can understand it on that level, but it's so common for me to be in this world of talking to higher selves and talking to intergalactic collectives that all I can do at that point is just sympathize with a new experience. And this song that she sent me, it helped me understand again. It helped me understand the magnitude of the work that I'm doing and that I am in such an amazing, I don't even know how to phrase it. I'm so lucky to be in the position that I'm in, to be facilitating a space for people to have this experience where they connect with their past lives and their higher selves. And this song did it for me. This song helped me see it again, the magic that really transpires during these sessions. And I just want to thank Eryn so much for helping me see that because I needed it. I really, really needed it. So thank you, Eryn. And I'm going to go hit play on the song for you guys right now.
How have you been? Hey, thanks for taking the time. I've got some questions and I don't know which ones are mine. Don't want it to seem like I'm trying to skip my place in line, but I've done some thinking and I don't know what's on my mind. And I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I know you know me better than I do, and I'm as curious as I'm scared of the truth. So before we begin, I just want to say thank you. You know everything I'm about to say. Please be gentle, I'm still finding my way. I'm cracked on the surface and I don't know just how deep it goes. trust you to tell me if you think I ought to know. And I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I know you love me better than I do, and I'm as curious as I'm scared of the truth. So before we begin, I just want to say thank you, and I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Right? How magical was that song? Right? Right? You guys heard it too, so it wasn't just me. Also forgot to mention before, Eryn wrote that song. How incredible was it? So good. So good. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and include Eryn's information in the show notes, just if you guys want to reach out to her and tell her how amazing it was. It was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah. So oddly enough, that will tie in perfectly to today's episode and some of the things that are brought up. The universe really does work in mysterious ways. So with that said, if you would like to book a regression with me to discover who, when, and where you have been throughout time, you can reach me on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist or my website, thepastliferegressionist.com. And now, it is time to begin. Is there anything above or before source?
Not in our realm of awareness, dear soul. The way that we see the universe is source is all. Difficult for us to express much further than this. As we say, linear mind, difficult to wrap your head around. But the way we see this is source is all. Nothing could be above or below it, for it is all. This is the only way that we can communicate this to you, dear soul. There are many different paradigms that talk about different sources of light, sources of dark. But ultimately, all stem from the one source, from oneness, dear soul. It is difficult because we are always thinking about operating in duality when you are 3D. It is the nature of being human. This is why we come here to experience something so different from that which we are, because there is no duality when you are source. This is why we talk a lot about helping people to remember that this is why you are here. Do not fight the duality. You have come here to experience it, because when you are source and when you are more closely linked to source, duality does not exist. It is completely different. Of course, still many different sense of individualization, as we have spoken about with the overlords, oversouls, and such. However, very, very, very different experience. Does not feel separate from source. Very, very linked. And so, again, difficult to answer. But source is all is our answer to this. However, we are also aware of the fact that we will not pretend that we are completely all-knowing, dear soul, much in the same way that many of you within the 3D have been completely oblivious to the fact that you are multidimensional. We are open to the fact that we could also be even more multidimensional than we know. Important to be open-minded.
Or you could be a pickle.
Or we could be a pickle. Ha!
So the next question is one that just came to mind for me right now. Because as I'm sitting here listening to you, I almost had to remind myself, oh, I'm speaking to an intergalactic collective right now. Now, this is something that is not foreign to me, or at least I don't believe it is, because I believe that I interact with these collectives at various times throughout my sessions. Why is it still so hard for me to wrap my head around that I'm speaking with an intergalactic collective right now? Why am I just like, huh, what? Like, because I'm thinking back to when I was a kid, or even 10 years ago, where this would just feel so outside the realm of possibility. And I'm sitting here just thinking, is this really happening? Am I doing this? I think I am. Why does it seem so natural? Why does it seem so casual? Why is this difficult for me to wrap my head around?
We enjoyed this question, dear soul. This is indicative of the new phase that you are moving into, dear soul, where magic is interwoven with everything that you see. Magic has always been interwoven with everything that you see, but you are now becoming more aware of it. We'll give you an example, dear soul. There is this belief. The preliminary information around manifestation spoke about this idea that when you begin to put out into the universe what it is that you are wanting, you will begin to see it showing up within your life. Many of you believe, this is coincidence. There is science to explain this. We have bias towards it. This does not take away from the magic of it, dear soul. But magic is so interwoven and so subtly always there that when your attention is drawn to it, it almost feels natural, almost feels unbelievable. Know, dear soul, that it must be within the realm of what you believe to be possible, or the universe would not be able to bring it to you in the first place. And so there is always, when you are experiencing these things that are completely magical, but you would believe that you would feel different about it, there is always this question within your mind. This is because, apologies, dear soul, this body is getting really warm. We will have to pop off and come back. We will pick this question back up.
Okay.
Oh my days.
You okay?
How did this get down here? Yeah, I just I felt a bit faint. Oh, and my battery was running low, so there you go.
That wouldn't have been good.
Yeah. Right, I'll bring them back. Sorry.
Are you okay to go back?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just needed to take my jacket off, but they don't know how to do that, so.
Okay.
Hey. Apologies, dear soul.
Hello again.
Must look after the body we come through. And so where were we, dear soul? It is difficult for us to find the memory. The hypothalamus kicked in, telling us too warm, too warm, too warm.
We were talking, well, you guys were talking, I was listening, about why it's so hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that I'm speaking with an intergalactic collective right now, even though this is something I feel like I do regularly. And you guys were talking about the magic all around, blah, 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 dot, dot, dot. Now you have the floor. Does that help?
Indeed, dear
Awesome.
soul. Know that magic is interwoven with everything that you do. Your state of evolution is around moving closer and closer to trusting this magic. When you are at a point where you do not believe this magic is possible, it cannot be brought to you because you are not in vibrational alignment with it. But it feels wonderful. It feels mystical. It feels magical. For deep down, you know that this is the connection to your soul, the connection to the bigger element of you, and it feels wonderful, but so out of reach because you are coming at it from the 3D. As you gradually move up within your vibrational alignment to it, it becomes more and more within your grasp, becomes more and more within your awareness. Some of you do not even realize the magic that is unfolding around you, that years ago you would have died to see. Ha ha ha. You'd have been so excited by it. But because you are more in vibrational alignment with it, it does not feel so impossible. It does not feel so far away. Because you are in vibrational alignment with it. And so this feeling of deep, deep excitement, deep, deep connection, deep, deep wonder is not always there. Because there are bigger things that you have set your eyes upon. Bigger elements of magic that you are moving towards. If you were blindsided by the magic in front of you, if you were constantly questioning, how could this be possible in a big way, then vibrationally you are not in alignment with it. Does this make sense, dear soul?
Mm-hmm.
And
So I'm somewhere on that cusp right now.
Indeed, dear soul. You personally, dear one, are in the process of stepping into your multidimensional self. You personally are really beginning to trust that you are more than this human. Hasn't quite dropped in all the way yet, dear soul, but you are getting there. And this element of you, these two parts, one that feels, oh, it is so natural, it is normal, this is what we do now. But the other element of you, that is still in wonder, that is still in awe, that still knows that there is even more to be discovered. If you did not have this element of you, dear soul, you would not go looking for more. You would not seek to raise your vibration even further, to discover even more magic. And so both of these viewpoints are needed. First, you must fall into vibrational alignment with it so that it feels almost normal. But you must also recognize the wonder and magic that is unfolding so that you keep exploring this. Does this make sense, dear soul?
It does. And I'd like to share a quick story with you guys with regards to that. I had a moment about a year and a half ago where I was laying on the beach. And tears just came to my eyes because it was the day after a new moon and it was nighttime. I could see just so many stars because I was on a beach that was pretty far away from civilization. And it was just this amazing, picturesque moment that I don't get to experience living in a big city. And I believe the tears came to my eyes because it was in that moment when I realized that there's still so much I don't understand. And that implied that there's still so much that I have to learn. And I love learning. And so that totally makes sense. It's that, well, because I think at that point in my journey, I almost felt like there wasn't much more to discover. And then coming to that awareness of, oh, there is. There's so much I don't know. And I think that leads me into my next question, which again, I'm going to go for this one because it felt like an intuitive question to ask. When were you there for me as a child when I wasn't aware of it?
Know, dear soul, that your spiritual guidance team were there for you always. Definitely elements within our collective that have been there for you in the past. But particularly a guardian angel that resides with you, dear soul. Always, always connected. Always. And whenever you felt that pull within your heart, whenever you felt that emotion flooding through your body, that love, that wonder, this was her, dear soul, guiding you, inspiring you, helping you, dear soul, at all times, particularly when you are at your most vulnerable, dear soul. We will share this with you in a more private setting, dear soul, should you wish, or you're happy to share it here?
Well, I can always edit it out.
Indeed. Your guide showed us a time where you were sat alone, hugging your knees, crying, feeling very alone, dear soul. We do not know what this was about, but you are feeling very alone. Perhaps you know what this is about. But your guardian angel shows us that she wrapped you up in her arms. She whispered in your ear and she sang to you, and you found yourself moving gently, self-soothing, they would call it in psychology. Ha! Little did they know that you were responding to your guardian angel soothing you, dear soul. And if you dig deep, you may even remember this particular memory for yourself. Always guided, dear soul, never ever alone. And this is true for all, dear one. Whenever you touch to that hard place, such as the beautiful story that you described, this is you opening the portal of the heart and recognizing that there is so much more for you here, now, in this moment, always.
While I appreciate you guys answering that question and the beautiful sentiment behind it, I'm going to press you a bit. Is that okay?
Of course, dear soul.
I feel that that's something that could apply for anyone. So I feel that it's almost my responsibility to press right now because it was so generalized.
Indeed, dear soul.
I think this needs to be one of those situations where I can say with confidence, oh, I know they're talking about me, or I can pinpoint exactly when that was.
Is this you looking for more information, dear soul?
It is.
Indeed. So before we give you this, dear soul, know that we wish to describe what is happening in this moment. The ego is seeking to control, to understand. Guides telling us, can be triggered by the term ego. Ha!
I'm okay with it.
When we talk about ego, dear soul, we are talking about that element of you that wishes to protect you. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
And so this element of you that is wishing to seek more information, is seeking to understand the process, is seeking to understand, can I trust this? Can I trust this? This is perfectly normal, dear soul, perfectly normal, completely rational. However, much of the information that flows through us is not rational in nature. It is energetic. We are less in touch with your human world than your guides are. The only pieces of information that we can give you are that your guides give us. We cannot give anything that your guides do not give us, for we are broader. We are think of it, dear soul, as if you are a giant in your world. The giant in your world cannot possibly understand the life of the ants because it is too much of a difference. However, if there was something that could translate what is happening between the ants and the giant, this would be somewhat easier. But it would still be difficult for the giant to completely understand the nature of what is happening for the ant. Now understand that though we have experienced human lives, we are not as attached to them as you would be to your past life, for example. And so much more general the information that we provide, for we are much broader in spectrum. Does this make sense, dear soul?
Oh, I mean, it totally does. And I understand what you guys were saying about the ego as well. And yeah, 100%. I'm going to own up to that one because I can almost point to, I don't know, 50 different situations where that may have been a reality for me. So it rings true. But with the position that I'm in, I feel a responsibility to make sure that the information is fully sussed out and I can really say, you know what, that is 100% genuine. I mean, I think a good example I can give you is that I was at a reading. It was a psychic reading, but in front of about 200 people, I think it was. And the psychic was up front, basically laying out the foundation for not the rules of the night necessarily, but just the process of the night. And because the way that it was set up was she would get a hit on something and she would kind of scan the crowd and see where the energy was coming from, because it was coming, or she was receiving from a deceased member of that person's family or friend or close person. And one of the tidbits that she laid out there first is, if she mentions the word grandfather and then someone is waving on the other side, my grandfather, her answer was, well, everyone has a grandfather. So just because you want it so badly that you want to receive that information, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's meant for you. I'm not in a place in my life right now where I'm ready to completely relinquish that control because it doesn't feel right to me. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense, dear soul. And it is important that you express this, that it doesn't feel right to you, dear soul. Very important. This is your ego protecting you. Know, dear soul, that we're not here to give you all the answers. We're not here to suddenly give you the trust in the universe, for we would be spoiling the fun, dear soul. The whole point of being human is to unfold into the trust of the universe. What you are asking of us, dear soul, is to take you on a trip, on a journey to the top of the mountain. You wish to climb Everest, but what you are wishing is for us to pick you up and take you to the top. You would get nothing out of it, dear soul. It would be no fun. And so your guides, very protective, will not give you the information that you seek, because it would the game would be over too fast. Know that this is all for a reason, dear soul. We can completely know what you are saying. Completely know what you are saying. And we understand the paradox of trusting before you have the information to be able to trust. But know that this is the journey, dear soul. This is the whole point of the journey. And so, it is important for you to recognize. You remember we were talking of the girl who, she is allowing this process to unfold before her. She does not need to know all the answers. She simply allows it to flow. This is the path, dear soul. And we understand the suspicion that may arise within the ego that says, that is all well and good. And the psychic could give me this information. And But we are...
I'm going to throw you guys a curveball in a minute. Just know that.
We are enjoying these questions, dear soul. Very, very important for us to verbalize. Important for the girl to understand also. She often questions why we cannot pinpoint detail for people. She wishes so much to help people to trust. But we said to her, not your responsibility, not your job. Mm-hmm. We have bigger responsibilities, dear soul. We have a responsibility to your soul. We have a responsibility to Gaia, to the bigger picture unfolding. If we were suddenly waking people up left, right, and center much earlier than they were supposed to be, get into trouble.
You ready for the curveball?
Of course, dear soul.
I had mentioned that I could probably point to about 50 different instances where that may have been the case.
Of course.
But I was pretty much able to pinpoint it to one. One that seems very obscure. And that memory was when I was 16 years old. And I had just come back from the orthodontist. I was supposed to get my braces off that day. And the orthodontist told me it wasn't time yet. And that's all I had heard throughout my whole life, was that you're just going to have to wait a little longer. As I've brought up on the show before, I struggled with reading and writing until I was in high school. And then I excelled at it. But for all of those years before it, it was very difficult because I had to wait longer. I had to watch everyone really excel before I got my chance. Also, when I was 16 years old, I failed my driving test the first time. And all of my friends were shocked because out of all of my friends, I was the best driver. When I told my dad that I didn't pass, he thought I was kidding because You saw what a great driver I was. Now, the reason I failed it is because there was one mistake I made, which was an automatic fail. Other than that, I did great. And it hurt because of the confidence that I had in my ability as a driver. And I had my day planned out for when I got home, what I was going to do. But I had to wait a little bit longer. So somehow I was able to pinpoint that one thing right now. And now what's that theme? Waiting a little bit longer. And how I equate that to right now is trusting the process, and that I may not understand it tomorrow. I'm just going to have to wait a little bit longer to understand it. Because for a 16-year-old who is being told that they're going to get the braces off and then find out that it's going to still be another couple months, well, that can feel like the end of the world for them. Now, I think one other thing I have to throw in there is that the next time I went to the orthodontist, she said to me, "You're not quite ready yet, but I'll take them off if you want to." And I said, "Get them off. Get them off me now." Now, I was so happy to have them off that I would wear my retainer for about 20 minutes in the morning as I was driving to school, and then I would leave it in the car. And so what happened? My teeth went back to the way that they were. And then what happened? About 9 years after that, I went to for Invisalign. I went to the dentist to get a consultation for it, and they said to me, it will take 18 months. I said, that's ridiculous. I'm not waiting 18 months. So then what happened? Well, nothing happened. So then what happened a little while later was towards the end of 2014 when I decided, I think it's time to revisit this again. And when I had the consultation, you want to guess what they told me? Well, I'll just tell you. They told me it would take 18 months. And I did it then. And I've never taken better care of my teeth since then. But I just had to wait a little bit longer, and I had to do it the right way. Because I think it was my impatience back when I was 16. And also my lack of care for it, because of course I didn't do anything that the orthodontist told me to do. I was just stubborn. It's like, no, it's just going to do it itself. It's just going to take care of it. I don't need to wear the rubber bands.
And you see, dear soul, how this beautiful collaborative process that unfolded between us. Such beauty, such wisdom within it. Mm-hmm. Had we simply given you the answer your ego wanted? Had we simply, also important for this, what word? Asserted our power over you. You then become the lesser informed within this. So now you put this on a pedestal. But instead, what happened was a collaborative process where you had the information, we had our information, and we come together to create meaning and value for all. You see this, dear soul?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it. I get it. I mean, it makes sense to me. Like I mentioned earlier, I think it's coming from this place of trust, where I trust you guys and I trust Leanne. So there's really no question in my mind that I'm not getting screwed here. It feels intuitively right, but I think it also goes beyond that. Even back to one of the first questions I asked about the imitators, the impersonators, is I feel that there are so many cons out there.
Indeed.
And that I want to do the best that I can to illustrate to the world just the way that I see things and who I feel are the valid ones. And of course, I'm never going to get to meet everyone, so I'm never going to get to give my seal of approval on everyone. But at least I want to show the world what I believe real looks like. And so then they can understand it intuitively if they encounter the people that I perceive to be cons. And then they'll understand that they need to run the other way. So while I trust in the process that you guys are presenting me, I think just like you were saying, it was that ego that kicked in, which is, am I really doing the right thing by letting you guys slide right now? Because it makes sense to me. But this is the kind of bullshit that other quote unquote channelers may put out there, and theirs may be a grift. So, you know what, it's that feeling of just wanting to do right by everyone who's listening.
Of course, dear soul. And this is why we love you. But these are very important conversations to be having. different perspectives must be taken on what is to be trusted and so forth. But no, dear soul, anybody that does not, that cannot receive the information that we give, they are simply not in vibrational alignment with it yet. And that is okay.
Mm-hmm.
We do not wish to change anybody's mind. If we are not well received, it means that they are not ready. And this is okay. We will not push anybody to receive us who is not ready.
I think that's the best answer that you can give. And just also for everyone listening, I want you guys to know that if I felt that I was being jerked around right now, I'd be coming at you guys a lot harder than that.
We know this. So we know
Yeah,
this.
you know that. But I would also have no shame in saying after the fact, I was duped. I learned from the situation and I won't let it happen again. Or if I do, I'll just learn from it. But I would have no shame in saying that. So the reason I let it unfold the way that it did is because it felt right to me. It felt okay that there really was something deeper at play there. And this, again, just goes to my trust that I have in you and the girl. I love saying that, the girl. So thank you for indulging me on that.
You are most welcome. Yes, you're most welcome. And important for us to name, this is a co-creative process, dear soul. Everything that you feel called to do is necessary. It is important for the collective. And we speak of the collective consciousness of humanity, not ourselves. It is important, dear soul. Never question it. We do not. This is why we are so excited to connect with you. You challenge us, dear soul, and we wish to be challenged. These questions are on everybody's mind, and we will answer them, for we have nothing to hide, dear soul.
Oh, yeah, I'll challenge you. All right, so I want to get close to wrapping this up because I know that this can be taxing on Leanne's body. So I have, some just really quick, fun ones for you. Ready for it?
Always, dear soul, always.
So when you're not here helping uplift the consciousness of humanity and Gaia and Earth and elevating us into a new paradox of the co-creation of life, what do you do? What are you doing with your free time? Even though time may not exist where you guys reside. Because you can't be helping us all the time, right?
Take the question, take the answer out of our mouth, dear soul, or out of the girl's mouth. Of course, time does not exist where we are, dear soul. Does not exist. And so, I just checking, dear soul, are you still here?
Oh, I'm here.
The headphones went quiet, dear soul.
Oh, because I was just very engaged. I'm dying to know if you guys kick back with a beer or something like that.
We are pure energy, dear soul. We are always interlaced between dimensions. We are always present in ways that we find hard to describe, dear soul. We have our downtime. The girl experiences this at times, dear soul. When we flow through her dance, joy, we show her how we exist within the universe. Many colors, many feelings, much joy, dear soul. Because time does not exist. It is a product of, this is necessary for your 3D world. But we are always interconnected with this space of joy, with this space of closest word you have to it in your human language is ecstasy, dear soul. Not like the drug. But state of complete bliss. This is what we reside in, dear soul. And always extending out into different elements, different parts of the universe, different places that need our assistance. Doing it gladly. And important for you to remember that time does not exist, so happening goes simultaneously. Does this make sense?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
You should ask the girl about the universe parties that we show her. Quite the picture.
Okay, I'll ask her about that. Well, thank you for that answer.
Most welcome, dear soul.
We're almost there. Almost there. How do you feel about the work that I'm doing and the work that other past life regressionists are doing? I mean, not separating us. I'm just saying past life regressionists in general.
Of course, dear soul. Very, very important. And you know how we see you. Time Lord. Ha ha. No, the past life regressionists are assisting humanity with stepping into the portal of the heart. You are stepping people into this element of themselves. You are helping them to expand their own consciousness in a way that feels familiar, because it still feels as though it is close to their life now. People can get much more on board with the idea of reincarnation than they can with the idea that they are their multidimensional self in terms of angels, in terms of ourselves, in terms of source energy, much closer to their realm of understanding, much closer in the vibration of familiar to them. And so you're an important bridge point for helping to assist souls to jump in to their multidimensional self in a way that feels safe and that feels somewhat grounded. Very important work, dear souls. Very, very important work, and we applaud you for it. It has been a huge contributor to the ascension of humanity.
So for anyone listening who's thinking about becoming a past life regressionist, or if that even excites you in the slightest bit, become a past life regressionist. The world needs you.
Indeed.
It really, you guys had to bust out the Time Lord thing. I thought that was our thing.
We thought you would appreciate it. Dear
Well,
soul.
I do, but I thought we're talking about diminishing the ego out here. Like, come on.
Time Lord is the element of your multidimensional self that is removed from ego, dear soul, but we will
Not here, it isn't.
explore further. Ha ha ha.
You kidding me? There's part of me right now, well, most of me is like, oh my God, I love that they brought that up.
We know this, dear soul. We know
It's okay
this.
if we talk about it in the one-on-ones. When you guys tell me, oh, they refer to you as the Time Lord. Okay, I guess everyone else knows it now. After the last episode, they started calling me Dan. Now they'll be calling me the Time Lord.
Indeed.
Quite a contrast, but cool. Well, thank you for that. All right. Last thing I wanted to do with you guys today is I told Leanne that I wanted to give her a testimonial. One of the things I also told her is that when I'm going to do it, it's not going to be your normal run-of-the-mill one.
No surprise to us there, dear soul. No surprise.
So how am I going to distinguish my testimonial from everyone else? Easy. I'm going to do it with you guys here.
Ah,
And we're going to do it on video.
amazing, dear soul.
What's Leanne thinking right now?
Excited, dear soul. Very different. She expected nothing less from you. Ha.
All right. So in the interest of authenticity, this is also not something I've prepared. I think it was just something I wanted to experience in the moment. So you're not going to get my skills as a writer right now. I'll save that for another one. Okay. See, this is what happens when you call me the Time Lord. The ego just really takes off.
It is fun, dear soul. It is fun. And we know that you will speak from the heart, and this is what is important, dear soul.
So here's my testimonial for the Galayla Collective. You guys really did choose a tongue twister there.
We did. Ha.
So my testimonial is all about trust. It's my trust in Leanne as a person, because over the last few months I've gotten to know her, and I see the contrast between who Leanne is and who the collective is. Even though I understand that they are one and the same to a certain extent, and that the collective is always with Leanne and Leanne is always with the collective, they are still two separate entities. And I trust Leanne, and I also trust the collective. Because in the work that I do, I encounter different collectives, different beings, different oversouls, different higher selves, different subconsciouses. And it's all about the feeling that I get in my gut. It's all about trusting what I'm feeling, not what I'm hearing. And even from the moment that I saw Leanne's Instagram, because Leanne was referred to me, or I was referred to Leanne by someone else, it was the feeling that I got in my gut. Now, admittedly, I don't think I've told this to Leanne. Aesthetically, the aesthetic of a lot of the things that she was putting out there did not match what usually resonates with me, but I trusted my feeling. and my gut. And my gut told me that she was the real deal. And then I got to know the collective. And as I've gotten to know you guys over the past couple months, you sold me with your grounded nature. You sold me when you told me you're here to live in the 3D. Even though you guys were talking about other dimensions and this and that and, well, all of that, your message never changed, which was you're here to experience duality. You're here to have shitty days. You're here to have good days. You're here to learn what it means to be a human. So through all of the lofty things that are presented, there is a groundedness that I don't encounter that often when speaking with beings such as yourselves. Of course, there are other times when it is a very grounded nature, but there's always a different feeling. Now, grounded doesn't always equate to the best, because I've interacted with some incredibly grounded collectives who are just like, man, you were that old guy sitting on your porch with a shotgun telling the damn kids to get off your lawn. That's not you guys. That's them. So I trust you guys. And I'm someone, it's not easy to win my trust. You guys have done it very quickly. And that trust continues to grow with every interaction that I have with you. What I admire about you the most is that you let me call you out. You let me tell you when I don't feel something feels quite right or that I need more clarity. You allow me to express that, and you don't tell me to bow down to you. You let me challenge you, and you openly embrace it. And that to me says more than anything you could say. It's your actions that speak louder than words. So that's my testimonial for the Galayla Collective.
Galayla Collective.
The Galayla
Dear soul,
Collective.
Deeply, deeply touched by your words. Ourselves and the girl, dear one. Extremely emotional. She is feeling. We feel it in our system. Dear soul. And we thank you. Gratitude. So much gratitude for you in this moment, dear soul. Always. You know this, but particularly in this moment. And important to say that it could not have been more perfectly articulated, for you were coming from your heart, dear soul. And this is what we love most about you. That you lead from your heart, and that you're not afraid to question, dear soul. Which is why we work well together.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to working with you for years to come. I can't wait to see where this journey takes Leanne. And I trust you guys, and I trust that you're going to take care of her.
And you also, dear soul. Important to note, you also.
That you're going to take care of me?
Of course, dear soul.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. It's no more 4:30 wake-ups. But we've already covered that. So.
Indeed. Learning to collaborate in a way that is effective for all.
So I want to thank you guys so much for coming in and speaking today. And I'll tell you what my intuition was telling me, is that we're going to be having more of these talks. And some of them are going to be about the nature of time.
We look forward to this, dear soul. And no coincidence that the girl is actually drawn to this information today. We look forward to these talks, dear soul.
So do you guys have any parting words for everyone who's listening?
We do. Know, dear souls, that when you listen to the words of our incredible Time Lord, that he is talking about soul recognition. The mind wants to understand things, but the mind is very limited to what it already knows. When you are stepping into the path of expansion, you must move towards that which you do not know. Otherwise, how will you learn? How will you grow? How will you expand? And so we encourage each of you, if something piques your curiosity from a soul level, you do not understand it, but it piques your curiosity, run towards it, dear souls. Such magic waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And everyone, please, Do I appreciate when they call me the Time Lord and that they refer to me as the Time Lord over there? Yeah, I'm eating it up. I'm loving every moment of it. But for everyone else, I'm just Daniel. I'm not that crazy tyrant king anymore. I'm Daniel. I'm Daniel, the past life regressionist. So we'll reserve the Time Lord stuff for the Galayla collective.
Indeed.
And all of your friends over there, but over here I'm just Daniel.
And we love you, dear soul.
Oh, I love you guys too. All right, what do you say? Time for Leanne to come back?
Indeed. Shall we call her back, dear soul?
Let's do it. I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday, right?
Amazing. We'll
It's gonna
see
be
you
a
then.
fun one.
Indeed it is. Many exciting things in store for you. Goodbye, dear soul. Much love as always.
Mwah.
Well, that was funny. They just attempted to mimic what you just did. I can feel them like trying to figure out how to do it.
How to purse the lips. Mwah.
Oh.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I love that. That was so interesting. I can't wait to listen to this back.
That was a fun one.
Great questions.
Yeah, I like them.
They like you.
Sons of bitches have to bring out the Time Lord thing.
You loved it. You know you loved
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean, I told them I love it, but at the same time, I mean, oh, really? Okay, yeah. I'm glad they said it, if I'm being honest. So what are your thoughts on everything that transpired today? How are you feeling as the channel? And, let's start with that one, and then I'll ask the follow-up questions.
Yeah, so every time we speak, Daniel, I learn so much more about my connection to the collective, and I learn so much more about the collective themselves. So I'm like sat at the back, like with the popcorn. I'm like, oh, what's happening? Like, it's just amazing. You always bring out the best in them. And so that's the one thing that's always been it's been such a worry for me, is that thing of how do I show people that this is authentic, and how do I know that this is authentic, and I don't want to be misleading anyone and all that kind of stuff. And to have the opportunity to let them answer that question is just so helpful for me, because not only do you hear the words, but you're also receiving the energy as well. But I receive the energy of it in quite a big way, and it just helps things slot into place for me in such a huge way that is so helpful that I can't even describe. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, how does it feel for you as the channeler when I challenge them?
So there's always going to be that little piece of me that is human, and there's always going to be that little piece of me that is like, oh my God, what if I'm not really channeling? And what if, there's always going to be that tiny piece of me. And they've explained to you why that is. And so there's always going to be that little piece of me that sits in the back and goes, oh my God. But I'm really learning to open up and just allow them to flow through, because their answer always reassures me. It always cements that trust in what it is that I am doing here. Mm-hmm. And so initially when people would like question things like that, it would shut down my system. But I'm really learning to just, as I step more into trust, I'm learning to just open up to it more and more. So initially it was very uncomfortable, but like, especially particularly like today, I'm just getting more and more comfortable as I drop more and more into trust with this stuff, of just letting it flow through, because I know it's for real. So I kind of like, I've just got to keep in that faith that they know how to handle those questions, and that those questions are important, because I had those questions at one point. So it's important that they're answered.
And I think still that's a testament to my trust in you, because of course, as a podcast host, I'm thinking at that point, we were probably an hour in or something when that came up, or 50 minutes. And me holding their feet to the fire had the potential to take you out of it and then really take everything off the rails. And as the podcast host, I'm thinking, well, then this may not be an interview that I can air. But the trust I have in you as Leanne was that it won't. She will allow this to continue to flow. even though I still, I could feel that very, very tiny part of you still in there that was like, oh no.
Yeah.
But it was my trust in you and that connection that you have with them that it wouldn't derail it. I mean, I bring this up for everyone listening because I think this is another testament to the trust that I have in you and the collective, and that it wouldn't be a negative blowback on me. I mean, I hate to swing it around that way, but it was that you talk the talk and you walk the walk. Yeah. And that, just like you said, there's that human part of you. It's like, but you're still open to being challenged. Whereas I've talked to other people and you don't challenge them. Of course, that makes me want to challenge them even more.
Because they don't trust what's coming through, right? That's why you can't challenge them. And I think the other important bit to know here is that it's also testament to my trust in you, Daniel. And I know that you ask those questions for further understanding for everyone. And that, like, if I felt as if you were throwing that question out there to like shut us down and to challenge us, I couldn't respond to the question as openly as I do, because I know that you're asking those questions for further learning. And that's, so it's, you know, it's our collaborative process that happens between us as well. That's what creates the magic. You know, it's because I trust you too. So I just love our conversations. I just think they're amazing.
I enjoy them. I'm glad that I met you. I'm glad to Leanne, or sorry, not Leanne. I'm glad to Rachel for introducing me to not one of those 5D bitches.
It's so funny, you know, because if you ask my boyfriend, my boyfriend would be like, yeah, she's a 5D bitch. Like, because he hasn't got a clue. He's very 3D.
Yeah, I love when Rachel uses that term. It cracks me up every time. I mean, especially for me being an American and listening to her in a British accent saying it.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
And just with her spunk. So I want to applaud you for being so in touch with them and allowing that to unfold. I respect you so much for it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, any other thoughts or feelings that you want to share with everyone before we sign off?
No, I just want to say thank you so much for giving us a platform to talk about this stuff and to learn more. Like, I feel like I learn so much every time we talk. Like, it's good fun. So thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure. Where can everyone reach you?
So you can catch me on Instagram, and my handle is @Sacred Starseed Awakening. That's the only place I am at the moment, but if it branches out, I will let you know.
And how can everyone work with you?
So we offer one-to-one channeling sessions and activations for an hour, and that's virtual. We're also doing our 3-month program, which is 6-dimensional manifestation, which is the path to mastery. It's how we really dive deep into you reconnecting with your multidimensional self, with your soul. And it's almost like the side effect is that you learn to manifest so much, like you have so much more mastery over manifestation. But the core of what it is that we're taking you back home to your soul. So
it's 6-dimensional abs, right?
It is 6-dimensional abs.
Did they like that joke?
They did. And they were, to be fair, the pictures that they were showing me, they were like, is this it? And I was like, yeah, that's it.
I'm glad that they like that.
Yeah, they did.
Because, I mean, come on, it's like we're being defined until the 7th-dimensional stuff comes along.
And I really enjoyed listening to their answer as well. I was like, oh, nice.
They're good. They always know what to say.
They do. Well, you would expect that from them.
Yeah. I kind of expect it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for being you, and thank you for everything you've done for me, because in the last couple months that I've known you, I can see the changes in my life, and that's not just because of them, it's because of you.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I appreciate it was almost like snarky the way. It's not because of them, it's because of you. Okay, before they come, at me on Tuesday, it's both of you guys. I think as you put it or they put it, it's a collaborative effort. It's a co-creation. Yeah. So thank you so much for everything, and thank you for being a good friend.
You too.
Yay. Fellow time travelers, your journey through time awaits you. Just want to thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. And if you're interested in discovering who, when, and where you have been throughout time, and you'd like to book a session with me, just go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist, or you can reach me through my website, yourpastliferegressionist.com.